Hello and welcome to another insightful session of AskPB. Today we are going to dive deep into a topic that concerns many of us: health insurance for senior citizens and parents. As our parents grow old, their health concerns change and they bring new challenges alongside. What kind of health insurance should you buy for your parents? What factors should you keep in mind? We'll answer all of these questions. To answer these, we have with us today Anant Jindal, who is the head of health insurance claims at Policybazaar.com. Welcome to the show, Anant.
Thanks for having me.
So before we begin, Anand, can you give us an overview of why health insurance for senior citizens is particularly important?
सो होता क्या है, एज के साथ ना धीरे धीरे एलिमेंट्स आते रहते हैं काफ़ी सारे, कि कई सारी कंडीशंस होती हैं जो स्लो ग्रोइंग होती हैं, जो लेटर स्टेज पे आती हैं. तो एंड जैसे जैसे धीरे धीरे मेडिकल एक्सपेंसेस भी बढ़ते जा रहे हैं, तो हर बार इट डजंट मेक सेंस कि आप अपना सारा सेविंग लगाओ और फिर अपने आप को, स्पेशली अगर आप रिटायर हो गए हो, आपका सेविंग्स भी कम है एंड आपके वो प्लानिंग का पार्ट भी है, तो इट मेक सेंस कि आप पहले से एक इंश्योरेंस लेके रखिए. और जैसे जैसे आप जितना ज़्यादा एज पे लेंगे उतना ही आपके लिए एक तो महंगा होता जाएगा. सेकंड पार्ट ये है कि उसका जो आपको लेने के लिए जो एंट्री क्राइटेरिया है, जैसे जैसे आपकी बीमारियां आती जाएंगी वैसे वैसे और ट्रिकी होता जाएगा इंश्योरेंस लेना. ऑल्दो वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स जो कि अब सबके लिए अवेलेबल हैं, लेकिन cost to get that product becomes higher and higher. So it makes sense कि you should buy a insurance as early as possible, even if you are a senior citizen and you are like planning for next like 20-30 years of your life. Right now you can enter till 99 years of age, but still you should buy it as early as possible because medical expenses बहुत uncertain है, बहुत high है. We have seen cases जहाँ पे 30-40 लाख का खर्चा आ गया और पूरी सेविंग में डेंट पड़ गया. तो एंड जहाँ पे इंश्योरेंस होता है वहाँ पे फिर लोग बोलते हैं कि हाँ यार बहुत अच्छा हुआ हमारे साथ में, हाँ यार हमने ये अच्छी प्लानिंग कर ली. तो आई वुड सजेस्ट कि जितना जल्दी ले लीजिए आप उतना ही अच्छा है.
Thank you. That's a great start. Now, can you tell us what are some specific challenges that people face with senior citizen health insurance? For instance, there's pre-existing diseases,
Right.
There's age limit, but I think IRDI has made some very thoughtful changes on these fronts.
First of all, I want to address that. So yes, now PD waiting period, which is like when you buy a policy, you have to serve waiting period for diseases you already have. That has been reduced from 4 year to 3 year, and also you can reduce it by as far as single day one cover by paying extra premium. So that thing is like sorted, and then entry age also has been very relaxed now. So earlier what used to happen was that if a person is above a certain age, then either he was not allowed to take insurance, or when he wanted to apply for insurance, the process was very tricky. As in, like he had to go to a physical test just to prove that he doesn't have any conditions. But now, with this new age products coming in, now it's as simple as getting like submitting the reports for the pre-existing conditions that you have, and you can buy the insurance from your home. So and now addressing the other challenges, the cost, yes, definitely like there's a cost angle to it, which is if you buy it at age of 20 versus 60, then it's definitely going to be there. You can reduce the premium by making some changes into your product. So these new age products are now very modular.
What are some factors that one should keep in mind while buying health insurance for senior citizens, and how important is disclosure in this case?
So first of all, I would like to reiterate that if you don't disclose, your claim might be rejected. So it's always good to be very truthful about it. अगर आपको कोई pre-existing condition है, आपको डायबिटीज है, आपको अस्थमा है, तो प्लीज डिक्लेयर इट वेल इन एडवांस. प्रीमियम स्टार्टिंग में थोड़ा सा बढ़ेगा, लेकिन लॉन्ग टर्म में दैट वुड बी द राइट वे बिकॉज योर क्लेम विल बी हैसल फ्री. Next, coming to the factors that you should consider. So you should see first of all what are the coverage, what kind of coverage you are looking for, and I would suggest like opt for a plan which has around 1 crore sum insured, and you can manage it by a mix of policies, or base policy and super top up policy. But opt for a plan which has at least 1 crore coverage. Opt for a plan which has adequate network coverage. By that what I mean is कि एक इंश्योरेंस क्लेम में दो तरह से आप ले सकते हो. एक कैशलेस होता है, एक रिइंबर्समेंट होता है. ऑलवेज इट्स बेटर टू टेक द कैशलेस कवरेज बिकॉज आपको अपनी जेब से पैसे नहीं देने होते हैं वहाँ पे, एक्सेप्ट फॉर अ फ्यू प्रोसेसिंग चार्जेस एंड ऑल. तो जितना कैशलेस नेटवर्क कवरेज अच्छा होगा उतना ईजी रहेगा आपके लिए कि आप कहीं पे, मान लीजिए आपके घर के पास में एक कवर्ड हॉस्पिटल है, तो दैट्स बेटर. इवन इफ यू आर ट्रैवलिंग एंड यू गेट सिक, देन ऑल्सो यू कैन गेट दैट claim easily if network is sufficient. Next would be take a plan where most things are covered from either day one or soon. So you can manage it by taking riders, but take the plan which has less waiting periods. Take the plan जहाँ पे आपको फीचर्स ज़्यादा मिले, इन द सेंस कि ओपीडी आपका कवर होना चाहिए, आपका डे केयर कंसल्टेशन कवर होना चाहिए, आपके इसमें आजकल काफ़ी इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज वो प्लान भी देती हैं जहाँ पे आपको स्टेप डिस्काउंट मिलता है. बाय दैट व्हाट आई मीन इज कि आप डेली कुछ एक्सरसाइज करिए एंड एट द एंड ऑफ ईयर यू विल गेट सम प्रीमियम डिस्काउंट एंड दैट गोज अप टू 100%. So basically you can get your policy free next year if you like do certain level of exercise every day. So you can also see that those plans that are very cost efficient also, and you'll get the adequate feature coverage also.
Can you explain how co-payment and deductibles affect health insurance for senior citizens?
Okay, sure. So first of all, these are the tools which are being made to make the insurance more affordable. Let's say premium is very high, you can always pick one of these to make it more affordable. First, let's cover deductible. तो deductible का मतलब ये होता है कि जब भी आप क्लेम करेंगे, जिस अमाउंट का आपने डिडक्टेबल लिया है, अगर उतने अमाउंट का क्लेम होता है तो आपको अपनी जेब से देना होता है. उस अमाउंट से ऊपर का जो भी क्लेम होता है वो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी देती है. तो फॉर एग्जांपल आपने 25,000 का डिडक्टेबल लिया है, आपका 1 लाख का क्लेम आया है, 75,000 आपका इंश्योरेंस कंपनी देगी और 25,000 आपकी जेब से जाएगा. एंड बाय टेकिंग दैट यू कैन गेट दी discount price up to 25%. So for example, some plan is already costing you 40,000. By taking 25,000 deductible, you can take it on 30,000 rupees. Next, let me explain the co-payment clause. So co-payment clause is basically certain percentage of your claim amount will be given by you and rest will be given by insurance company. So for example, let's say similar example, you have taken a 10% co-payment, you got a claim of 40,000. Now 4,000 will be paid by you and 36,000 will be paid by insurance company. So if you are thinking that there might be, you want to protect yourself against a very big claim size. So for example, if you want to let's say you are worried that your claim might be 5-10 lakh rupees, then it's advisable to go for a deductible. And for the smaller claim sizes, I would suggest like co-payment would be better.
What are some additional riders that one can go for health insurance in senior citizens?
Sure. So I think riders are available across, not just for senior citizens, but let's say, as I said before, there are modular plans. So in riders, you can get the day one coverage rider, which is like whatever condition you already have will be covered from the day one, or maybe 30 days or 1 year, depending on your condition and the amount of premium that you want to get discount for. Then you can take the annual health checkup as an optional rider. Then you can reduce or increase co-payment or waiting or deductible by taking these riders. And I would suggest like these are the main ones. But again, if you want to know more, go to Policybazaar site and you can always check and compare.
That's perfect. Thank you. You know, some of our viewers might not know what is the meaning of modular plans.
Okay. So by modular plan, what we mean is like a plan, there's a base plan which has some kind of offerings. And if you are not satisfied with the features or the premium, so let's say you want more features in the plan, then you can pay some amount more to get some things covered. For example, let's say the plan by default has 3 years waiting period for pre-existing condition. So by paying extra amount, you can reduce it to as far as day one. So you can get the cover from the same year. The other part of it is making it more affordable. So let's say you think this is a good plan for me, but it's costing too much. So you can always get a deductible and that plan will cost you less.
You know, the biggest worry that I think most policyholders have is that my claim will not go through.
Right.
When I actually need the money, it will not come.
Right.
So what are some ways to make sure that your claim always goes through?
So first thing and foremost thing I would say is what you can ensure today to ensure your claim settlement goes better is right disclosure. So whatever medication are you on, whatever surgeries or past illnesses or lifestyle conditions you have, you should declare it well in advance and ensure that these are available on your policy so that when claim comes and somebody does the checking, then it's found that it's there and the claim won't be delayed or rejected. Now, I would also highlight other two reasons for which claims are rejected. So first is definitely non-disclosure. Second reason that claims get rejected is waiting period not served. By that what I mean is, let's say आपको डायबिटीज है, आपने डिक्लेयर भी किया था और पॉलिसी में था कि 2 साल के बाद से आपको डायबिटीज कवर हो जाएगा. Now after 1 year you face certain situation which is result of diabetes and you get hospitalized, then claim won't be paid because waiting period was not complete. And the third reason, which is documents were not submitted on time, either by hospital or by the customer. So by that, what I mean is, let's say you have raised a claim and insurance company wants certain more documents, be it your claim form, your medical history, or your hospitalization papers, medical bills, and you have not replied on that mail, then claim might get rejected or delayed. In this one, we definitely help a lot to our customers. So what we do is we take care of this claim completely. We ensure that your documentation is like complete and correctly in place, and we also help in in hospital and at your home to collect these documents and ensure that these are in order so that your claim gets hassle free.
I also read something about a claim Samadhan Divas
Right.
that Policybazaar does. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, sure. I would love to. So this is a flagship initiative. It only Policybazaar does it across industry. And in this, what we do is, let's say a claim is rejected or certain amount is not paid, and customer is convinced that this should have been paid, and we are also positive that this should have been paid. Then what we do is, we organize a forum where head of claims from insurance company comes in. We invite the customer. They both sit on same table along with us. The claims get discussed and gets paid real time. Through this initiative, in the past year, we have been able to process more than 4,000 claims, which resulted into 24 crores of additional settlement, which would not have been done if not for this initiative. And our customers are really happy. Like, they really praise us because this claim wouldn't have been approved if Policybazaar was not there.
So, Anand, what if someone genuinely does not know while buying their policy that they have a pre-existing disease? Let's say I have diabetes, but I don't know while buying health insurance. So, what happens in that case?
So first of all, अगर आपको नहीं पता है कि आपको डायबिटीज है, तो फिर मतलब and there is no document to refute that. So for example, there has been no past doctor consultation for this particular thing. There has been no paper trail, no test which disclose that you have diabetes. Then it means that you don't have diabetes. So insurance works on date of diagnosis. So basically, the day you get diagnosed on that day, it's considered that you had diabetes. Before that, as far as insurance is concerned, if you did not know, nobody knew, then how can you declare that?
Right.
So in this part, insurance works on this basis, that if you did not know, then it's not a problem. But also at the same time, it's advisable that whenever you get to know about a disease, you should get it included through a process called endorsement into your policy, so that whenever claims comes, this doesn't creates a delay for insurance company.
Right. That's very helpful. Let's say that before the date of diagnosis, there's a complication for the policyholder, which is related to diabetes. So the claim will go through. It will not be rejected because of a pre-existing disease or anything.
Yes, because because we also see a lot of cases like that. In these cases, insurance company definitely wants to ensure that this is the first time you are getting to know about this condition, so they will do their checks and balances have to be in place. But if it happens to be that you did not know about it, then your claim will go through.
And then what would be your parting advice to anyone who's looking to buy health insurance for their parents or for themselves?
So first of all, go to Policybazaar website and understand what plans are available. And now, having said that, pick a plan which has these good network coverage, which does not have any sublimits, which has a day one coverage, and which is costing as per your budget. So I think if you take care of that, then and trust us, we'll take care of the rest.
So Anand, now it's time to take some questions from our audience.
Sure.
We'll take our first question. This one is from Amita. She says, what is the process for filing a health insurance claim?
So claims में दो तरह के claims होते हैं, cashless and reimbursement. Cashless is when you go to a network hospital which is part of insurance network and you file it through hospital. So basically आपको यहाँ पे ये करना होता है कि hospital की टीप पे डेस्क पे जाके अपना पॉलिसी में बताना होता है, और जो आपके हॉस्पिटल के पेपर हैं जो हॉस्पिटल के पास ऑलरेडी होते हैं वो आपको सबमिट करने होते हैं. उसके बाद में हॉस्पिटल कॉन्टेक्ट्स द इंश्योरेंस कंपनी, दे हैंडल ऑल द पेपर वर्क एंड देन यू गेट द अप्रूवल. सो अप्रूवल भी इसमें दो तरह के होते हैं. फर्स्ट इज द इनिशियल अप्रूवल विच इज कि आप हॉस्पिटलाइज हो गए, आपका ट्रीटमेंट अब शुरू हो सकता है, एंड इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ने इन प्रिंसिपल एग्री कर लिया है कि आपका क्लेम एक लमसम अमाउंट पे अप्रूव कर देंगे. उसके बाद में सेकंड पार्ट होता है जब डिस्चार्ज अप्रूवल, जिसको हम फाइनल अप्रूवल या डिस्चार्ज अप्रूवल बोलते हैं, वो एक्चुअल्स पे होता है. तो बेसिकली मान लीजिए कि आपका इनिशियली आप एडमिट हुए एंड हॉस्पिटल को आपको लगा हॉस्पिटल को कि 1 लाख रुपए खर्चा आएगा, तो वो उस टाइम पे रफली 1 लाख का एस्टिमेट बना के अप्रूव कर लेते हैं इनिशियली. फाइनली इट हैपन्स टू बी कि थोड़ा ज्यादा चला गया हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन, आप 2-3 दिन के लिए एडमिट रहे और वो क्लेम अमाउंट बढ़ के 1 की जगह पे 1.5 lakhs हो गया. सो फाइनली विद द एक्चुअल बिल्स दैट आर देयर, hospital submits it to insurance company and then they give the final approval that don't worry, we'll pay this amount and then you can go home. At times you have to pay for some consumables or some items which are not covered under the insurance policy, which is a minimal amount like file charges, consumable charges, but also you can also get it covered by taking a rider for consumable. Now coming to the reimbursement side, so which is, let's say you got there was an emergency, you had to get admitted to a hospital which is not part of insurance panel, then also you can file a claim. First check is the hospital should be a certified hospital, it should have some minimum number of beds and which criteria based on policy. But आप hospitalized हुए, आपने इंटीमेट कर दिया उस टाइम पे इंश्योरेंस कंपनी को कि आई हैव बीन हॉस्पिटलाइज इन दिस हॉस्पिटल फॉर दिस एलिमेंट, अब मेरा क्लेम आएगा और मतलब दिस यू हैव टू डू इन 24 hours ऑफ हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन स्टार्टेड, देन यू गेट डिस्चार्ज. After that, within 30 days, you need to submit the documents, which are first is claim form, then your hospitalization papers, diagnostics papers, medical bills, and all these things. And if there's an accident, then sometimes FIR is required. So these needs to be submitted to insurance company, and then they take 10 to 15 days to process it. Sometimes investigation might happen, which takes a bit more time. But if you are sure that you have not made any wrong disclosures and you have served the waiting periods, then your claim will be approved. And if any problem, you can always contact Policybazaar. We have our 24/7 claim helpline, and we help a lot of customers in that phase.
Our next question is from Shwetab. He says, I'm planning to move abroad next year for a job. Will it be a good idea for me to buy health insurance for my parents in India?
It's definitely a good idea to buy health insurance for your parents in India, and especially if you buy it from Policybazaar, then we provide on-ground claim supports in more than 100 cities. So what we do is, like, because you are not going to be there at time of emergency, then we'll take care of your parents. We'll ensure that all paperwork is done correctly and they don't feel any challenge in that. In this initiative, someone from Policybazaar team visits the hospital or your home. He helps with the documentation, submits it to the insurer, and is there like till your initial approval comes. So definitely a good idea to buy insurance, and especially if you are not going to be there, then it makes sense to have a financial protection for them. Also, Shwetab, you should know that it's cheaper to buy a health insurance with worldwide coverage in India than buying it outside. So it's always a good idea to buy a health insurance in India.
So Anand, time for our last question. It's from Mitali. She says, can lifestyle also impact your health insurance premium?
Yes, lifestyle has an impact on your premiums. So you can get covered, but lifestyle मतलब अगर आप सिगरेट पीते हैं या ड्रिंक करते हैं तो आपको इंश्योरेंस मिल सकता है. बट नॉर्मली क्या होता है ना कि अगर आपकी कोई कंडीशन है तो आपका रिस्क बढ़ गया है कि बीमार होने का, तो अगर आपका रिस्क बढ़ गया तो आपका प्रीमियम अपने आप बढ़ जाता है, तो आपको थोड़ा ज़्यादा प्रीमियम पॉलिसी मिलेगी. बट ऑल्सो आई वुड लाइक टू हाईलाइट दैट इंश्योरेंस कंपनी आपको रिवॉर्ड भी करती हैं अगर आप अपनी लाइफ को हेल्दी करने का ट्राई करो तो. By that, what I mean is some policies have inbuilt discounts for steps. So let's say you walk 10,000 steps every day for more than 300 days in a year, then you can get policy discounts up to 100%, which is basically getting your policy free for the next year.
Thank you for that very, very informative session. It was very helpful. I'm sure our audience feels the same way. Also, thank you, audience, for staying with us. We hope we were able to answer all your questions. If you still have any queries, just leave a comment and we'll get back to you in the next session.